The growth has been really significant. All that growth, of course, comes with certain kind of responsibility. That's kind of a question everybody should ask.
They say that they're fed up with the mountains. Go on a hike and not have to climb like 1,000 meters of elevation.
On the personal level, it has been a very emotional experience. Many times during the season, we see people go in tears, and a good reminder of what we are doing and why we are doing it.
And you can't walk inside this time.
I think the best way to start this is if you could just let us know like who you are and what it is that you do here.
All right. So my name is Juho Uutela, and I'm founder and CEO of Beyond Arctic. So we are a tour operator in Rovaniemi, organizing all kind of activities and adventures in Rovaniemi and Levi region.
Great. Can you tell me a little bit more about the business itself? How was it that you were able to get started, and what makes it different from, not to talk about other operators, but what is it that makes your business unique in the sense of the services that you provide?
So we started in 2016. So actually, we just turned 10 this last month.
Congrats!
Thank you. And basically, that time, 2016, the travel market here in Lapland was on the phase to start to grow. Mm-hmm. And basically, where we saw an opportunity was that we included photography as a part of our service. And as a main product from the beginning, it was about offering a service for travelers to find the Northern Lights and then also to photograph them. So basically, this was the time also Instagram was becoming a really popular social media platform. So basically, we kind of saw that there was a niche on that people want to share photos. And if you're able to get professional photos done while you are on a tour, so it's basically probably something that people would like to do. And that was kind of a core of when we came to a market in 2016. We were the first company in this area that actually launched photography as a part of the tour operator services and activities what we organize.
Obviously, just like you were mentioning, photography is sort of a central thing of what you do. How did you manage to create that like part of the identity of the business?
Well, I would say from the very beginning, we saw that we have to build a brand that actually shows photography as a part of the service and also concentrate on premium services for the individual travelers. So basically that was the main market we went in. Yeah. And we also saw the opportunity in selling online that time and basically put lots of effort on the website and setting up our own sales channels very well from the beginning. And of course, also building up a local cooperation. But I think we wanted to make a difference. We wanted to build a brand that reflects basically premium service and also trustworthiness of booking the tours with us. And of course, showing it in a bit different way. Yeah. And we definitely see the photography as a part of the service. It brings a great extra value for even traditional activities.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, you're providing an experience, and for most people, they want to be able to keep that memory of the first time they ever saw, the Northern Lights, for example, right? So that's a brilliant thing.
Absolutely.
And obviously, starting a business, it's no walk in the park. What were the first years like?
Of course, the first years are always the heaviest as an entrepreneur as well, because mostly you have to do so much by yourself. So luckily, already for the first winter, my basically partner joined in for this business as well. So basically, there is 3 co-owners in this company together, and another Juho joined me already for the first season. So basically, we were able to then share the guiding especially. But of course, it was still a lot of work because you have to be able to sell, operate, guide, do all of that by yourself. So first couple of years, we were pretty much doing most of the stuff by ourselves, and then slowly starting to employ people, especially for the guiding, and then starting to grow up the company.
Yeah. And obviously, I mean, just like in a business, I mean, one of the most fundamental things is how you're going to get clients. How was it that people were finding you when you were first starting? Like, what was that like?
Yeah, well, we saw it also through because the social media was that time, Instagram was starting to become a kind of a thing where everybody goes into. So we saw social media as one thing that could influence on the selling, but also, like as I already mentioned, building up like a website and web sales so that we are able to attract people through that. And also, I think at the beginning, also our local cooperation was in a very, very important part. So basically finding good, reliable partners who have been in the area already some time, and they were able to also see basically something new in our services. And through that, we were able to get like resellers for our tours. So yeah, I would say I would highlight that also as a very important part when finding a new business. So basically building up cooperation, local cooperation especially, because the international cooperation, that became later because all the travel events, sales shows, they costs quite a bit. So as a small company, we couldn't afford that at the beginning.
Okay. Well, if I can pick on that a little bit, I mean, now that you have grown and you I mean, people know you have a great reputation as a business, as an experienced provider. How has the relationship sort of, how is the relationship with online travel agencies, for example? Like, is the majority of your business coming through online travel agencies, or are you starting to create sort of a shifting into your direct booking, for example?
Well, yeah, I would say nowadays OTAs are definitely in the big part of the business in this area as well, whether you do accommodation or whether you do activities. And we have been pretty much growing with them from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like I remember we've been starting cooperation with a couple of OTA channels from years 2017, 2018. So basically before they even were in this area. And of course, like the sales from the channels were totally on the different level. In that day, it was just a few bookings and that's about it. But now when OTA has definitely become here in Rovaniemi and Levi too, so it has become like a major selling platform. And of course, they also have a big marketing budget. So most likely, if you are Googling anything to do here in the area, so you end up their page. But yeah, we will see them as of course, they are important part of our cooperation together. We have our more traditional partners in travel agencies. We have the OTAs, and then of course our own sales channels. So all together, I see the whole sales as a bigger combination of different channels.
Yeah, I mean, that is, of course, it is in a sense sort of like a big ecosystem for the region as well as for the region to be promoted as a whole, right? At the same time, have you put in practice sort of any strategies to, obviously, part of your business is you want to grow, right? So have you put in place some kind of strategy to start shifting the ratio a little bit so that it's more on your side, right? So that the revenue that is being generated stays with you, and maybe not to Amsterdam or like another country?
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, we have been basically updating and building up our website year after year.
Yeah.
And also now, last year we started cooperation also with Resaco, and together basically starting to build up the online sales in the direction that we would also get more to our own website, and also upgrading the whole website is one of the goals what we are pushing in. So yeah, definitely we see our own sales channel as a very important, and there is lots of potential in the growth in the future as well.
Yeah, of course. I think the tourism in this region is continuing to grow, all the time. I was reading some article the other day that it's expected to have 600 additional beds for this winter season coming. So I suppose that's also going to be, good opportunities for you as a businessman to attract new sources of business, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Something that I'm curious. I mean, it's June, right? I mean, it's quite warm outside. What is the day-to-day life for you now that, I mean, we don't have any snow at the moment. So like, how are you dealing with the change of seasons, for example?
Yeah, we have our summer production. It's been running from the very beginning. From the very first summer, we were already operating something, but of course, summer is not the high season here, so it's pretty unregular. We have a few tours running every week, but mostly still our work is concentrating on product development, sales, marketing, and all the things we are able to develop for the next autumn and especially, of course, the winter season. But,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, but currently I would say like the most potential I see in the autumn season. So for that, we are definitely pushing more effort on that to actually grow sales on the autumn time, and hopefully in the future the summer will pick up as well, and we start also getting more summertime travelers. But at the moment, like the market is pretty slow during the summer, so we have tours and operation running, but very, very small level.
Yeah, I mean, with this project, obviously we have been doing quite a lot of traveling. We went all the way up to Inari, and I mean, I'm not from here. I'm from Mexico, but I've been living in Finland for quite a while, and I fell in love with the country, with its nature, with everything that it has to offer. And I was quite, surprised in a way that I wasn't expecting the level of beauty that you still have up north, right? And it made me wonder, like, there's so much to offer during the summer as well. So what would you say is sort of the missing piece that the region maybe haven't managed a way to develop to be able to tell a more compelling story to attract people in the summer?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. I probably don't have that clear answer on it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in this situation. but yeah, I would say altogether, when people think about Lapland, so they see it heavily as a snow destination and wintertime destination. So basically, kind of trying to turn that image so that you can actually come here during the summer as well. I think it takes time. And then especially when we have like summertime tourism is a big thing in Norway, for example. So they have really cool things you're able to do there. They have mountains, they have fjords, all that. So of course, when competing against Norway, Iceland as well. So of course, in that matter, it is probably harder to find things like that in Finland and in Lapland as well. There are, of course, own things here, what are really unique, midnight sun, beautiful wilderness and all of that. But still, like, it probably takes time to turn that whole image of wintertime destination so that it actually suits for the summer as well.
Yeah. Have you seen a difference in the shift already? I mean, if you think back, I mean, obviously the boom for the winter in Rovaniemi has been maybe for the past 15, 20 years. But as that increase in tourism in winter has increased, have you also seen a bit of a shift as well for the summer?
Yeah, probably we can see already swift and autumn time, but it has not yet reached to the summer. So basically, I would say the best opportunity would be probably to first get the autumn time sell a bit better, and then from there start to shift it towards the summer season as well. So that's still, like, I think it will require quite a bit of marketing and time for people to understand. And of course, we also need a cooperation together with the airlines as well, because like we are much more limited with any direct connections. So basically, we only have Helsinki connection and one connection to Italy during the summer. So
that's just what we were talking about earlier. I think there's Helsinki is a Venice. And I think Tromso, something like that.
Yeah, Tromso, actually, that's true. Yeah.
That's an odd one. But I mean, some of the comments that I've received about like why Norwegians travel to Lapland in the summer is that they say that they're fed up with the mountains. That it's nice. That it's actually nice for them to be able to go on a hike and not have to climb like 1,000 meters of elevation.
Yep.
But yeah.
But that's the thing. I think we really have unique things here in Finland, but we just need somehow that people to find them, and that way also to travel here to experience it during the summertime. So that we are still missing at the moment.
Yeah. How are you feeling about the overall growth of the region? I mean, I'm sure did you grow up here?
Originally, I'm from Tampere, but
Okay.
I've been living here for 14 years now.
Okay. So like if you think back 14 years ago, maybe there wasn't as much people, there wasn't as much growth. I mean, how do you feel about the sort of endless growth that we see at the moment for the region?
But yeah, the growth has been really significant, and we have been basically doubling already a few times our customer amounts and traveler amounts in the Lapland area. So yeah, I think all that growth, of course, it comes with certain kind of responsibility. So also regarding the local companies to, like, of course, it would be everybody are seeking for the growth, but also doing it in a responsible way. I think that's kind of a question everybody should ask. And like in many bigger travel destinations around the world, of course, we can see all kind of problems regarding the travel between the locals and the tourists. So that is also one part that we slowly start to recognize here in Rovaniemi as well, and probably in other destinations in Lapland as too.
Yeah, of course. And that's something that I wanted to touch base without necessarily going into the competitors. But I kind of see it also as an educational problem, right? I mean, obviously, I think the operators are as responsible as well as the consumers, right? I mean, how well is the consumer sort of educating themselves before doing any business with anybody? So to kind of touch base on that, I mean, what is the conversation that you're having with your clients in terms of also educating them as you are providing them a good experience?
Mm-hmm.
Are you also sort of educating them as to, why you're so special, and why is it that it's important to, support the businesses that are doing responsible practices?
Yeah, that is actually one part of our guides work as well. So basically we are part of these sustainability programs, green activities and sustainable travel Finland. And through these programs as well, basically educating customers coming in the area is one part. And for example, what we do, we educate them about the moving in the nature and all the themes basically under the sustainability. And of course, that's one good way to highlight our own operation as well, to like show how we are operating and how that can be one of the main things when people are actually making the decision who they want to buy their services. So,
yeah, of course. And perhaps those things, maybe you don't necessarily see the results of it immediately, but perhaps it's something that over time you start building this credibility around the level of the premium level of services that you provide, but also, people do, I mean, in instance, people do care about those kinds of issues, right? And obviously, I think it's our job as well as communicators to be able to, explain those things. Because obviously, as a consumer, a lot of times you don't know all the behind the scenes work that is being done for them to receive a product, right? So I think that's why I think also having conversations like this also should be helpful to maybe people maybe have a better understanding. I said, okay, I'm going to go to Lapland, right? What are the things that I should be paying attention to? What are the things that I should be worried about?
Yeah.
Who should I support? Who shouldn't I support?
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, obviously, besides the business impact, I suppose you also see an impact on the community as well, right? The reputation that I can gain.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, these are definitely all very important things. And also on the national level and on the city level, we should be able to basically share that kind of a guideline or criteria for the travelers, that what are kind of things that you should probably look into when you are selecting local companies to do activities or accommodation or restaurant business or anything. So basically, I think it's one part of the like a bigger marketing picture as well.
Yeah. And just to kind of expand on that a little bit further, I mean, what is it? Is there something that you wish travelers and consumers understood better about the region and about the business that perhaps they don't understand yet?
Well, yeah, I think because the tourism is right now really growing quickly in this area. So yeah, I think people should be aware of that. Also, when the growth is quick, there is also all kind of problems regarding the other businesses and how new businesses are, for example, creating new kind of experiences. So probably that kind of responsible way of organizing activities, and that should be one of the key things to look into when actually traveling to this area.
Yeah.
And if you are looking for any service or accommodations or.
Yeah, of course. Do you also at times sit down with other operators to sort of, discuss obviously the opportunities, but also sort of, like talk about the initiatives that we should be part of, or what's the relationship with other operators that you sometimes talk to too? Obviously, yes, at the moment it kind of seems like it's a gold mine, right? But at the same time, I'm sure, just like you, there's other operators that are concerned and that also do truly care about the future of the region. Right? So that it doesn't become another cautionary tale like, I don't know, Amsterdam or Phuket or Barcelona, for example.
Yeah.
What are those conversations like with other operators?
Well, yeah, we definitely meet our closest local partners like maybe once, twice a year and talk about also always about the next season or how the previous season has gone and so on. So yes, these concerns are definitely something we share with many operators who we've been cooperating for almost 10 years. And I would say like this maybe even more highlights about the importance of cooperation, especially between the companies who are operating responsibly in the area and doing things really the right way. So it basically boosts up even more to do cooperation for between the companies who actually are doing their things properly.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like something that, usually off camera, when we were talking earlier, when I have talked with other operators, you can just tell. There's people that truly care. And I think that's maybe one of the elements that, why they have been successful at their businesses. Right. And I think that's maybe the key to things, right? What is it that you get out of it? You do experiences and whatnot, but what is it that you personally get out of it?
For
the experiences that you give to the clients?
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, like I would say on the personal level, it's of course for me as well, the fact that we are able to provide a service that really affects to a person or even makes a change in him or her. So of course it feels really good. And like building a good premium experiences that way. So of course that is really what we are aiming for, and that way always to remember our company values first, and then like before we think about like really rapid growth. So we still want to keep the quality and the standards we have created, and not to compromise them just because there is a huge growth and huge demand on the area. So I think in the long term and in the long run, this is definitely our strategy, and I think it will work out if we think about the next 10 years.
Of course. Is there any story in particular that you remember of an experience that you may encounter with a client that sort of like stays there all the time that you can recall?
Well, I think there are a few. Many of them might be related, for example, to Northern Lights, because the Northern Lights are one of the kind of things that people really want to see at least once in their lifetime. And I think for many it has been a very emotional experience as well. Like after driving like in the night and finding clear skies, and then there is a huge northern light show starting. So yeah, I think still many times during the season we see people go in tears, and you can really see that what they see in the sky is so impressive that they really feel for it. So of course that kind of experiences are always like a good reminder of what we are doing and why we are doing it.
Yeah, brilliant. What sort of future do you see for Beyond Arctic in 5 to 10 years?
Well, yeah, 5 to 10 years. So I think definitely if the travel and travelers' demand for this area, for the whole Lapland area, is basically staying very strong. So I see that there will be lots of growth expected as well. And probably we also try expanding probably other destinations in the Lapland area. And also we have mostly been fully activity operator since so far. So probably then also going into accommodation and restaurant businesses might be one way to go during the next 5 to 10 years.
Cool. I mean, we have covered quite a bit today, having a conversation with you. It has been an absolute pleasure chatting with you today, Juho. I mean, you have a brilliant operation, and I do hope I can come in winter one of these days and actually have those experiences with you.
Yeah,
Juho,
absolutely.
Where can people find you? Where can people keep up with your work?
Well, yeah, you can always follow our Instagram channels, Facebook, TikTok, and of course find us as well beyondarctic.com. So those are the best place to go and see what kind of activities we organize.
Cool. Awesome. It has been once again an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you.
Until next time. All right. Perfect. Then.
Thanks a lot.
Bye, everybody.